Hello, seasteaders. It's great to be able to talk to you guys here, the HCPP. Yeah, we wish we could be there to speak in person, but thanks to centralized government and the bureaucracy that prevented us from getting out to the Prague. But hopefully, we can remedy that with your help. Hopefully, more on that later. We are the first seasteaders. We're known for flotation. We were outside of territorial waters. If you watched our videos, then you know my wife, Nadia.
สวัสดีค่ะ My name is Nadia. My real name is Suprani Tebet X. People might know me. I'm working on the page name Big Corker Thailand before. Used to be a Big Cork. And then after that, Thailand happened. Some Japanese people took over my website. Now I have my new website going on that we're gonna share about Bitcoin and things. We meet the great guy from cryptoanarchy last year when they're very awesome people. I can first time I meet them, I can afraid that every information that they ask and I give them can I touch them? After you got your brain blow up from the troll from Thai Navy and everything is quite scary.
Just to do the whole story about
Chat, sorry, just
what
interrupt.
happened.
No, just your connectivity is very poor. So is there any presentation you will want to share? Just let us know and maybe we will share it for you. Maybe it will be easier, not to transmit the signal from where you are right now to do it like here on spot. So only thing you need to navigate us. So if you will need next slide, just ask for the presentation. And if you will need next slide, just, okay, please next, okay? Just give us a signal. You back, thank you.
They have this. Perfect.
Yeah.
Super, can you see it?
Yep, so next, yes.
Okay, perfect.
So yeah, next slide. So back in 2019, we launched the world's first seastead. As you can see there, this is where we lived for a few months off the coast of Thailand. The way this thing works is it's a spar design, kind of like the oil rig. Next slide. So you have underneath a spar, the one on our home. It went 20 meters down, and we had just a little fiberglass home on top. It was nice. It was interesting. We had a kitchen. Next slide. It's just a 6 meter wide octagon. We had a kitchen, bathroom, bedroom where we can hang out, as you can see. But we were 13 miles out. It was beautiful, and we just loved living there. Now you can.
Yeah, the part that we living on the open ocean I like about is very quiet. No tower around, no traffic. It's just us there, like that way. But every time when we come back to town, Phuket, we see all the traffic. Even have the motorcycle accident, it just go very slow, and someone just pop up on your in the front of your car and then hitting you, and got your accident. Every time when we come and we shopping, we wish that we want to go back there quick as possible because it's nothing. You don't have to spend money because we already spend in town, stock all your food. And in the morning, you see all the sun, when the sun right there with nothing behind the scene, I don't know how to say that in English. It's very beautiful. It's just 380 view, like just come up just like that. But quite scary when we have the wind 25 knots come in for like a week that we have to live in there. That kind of scary. Only one part.
Yeah, the key thing for the home, like I said, is 13 miles out. That puts us outside of Thai territorial waters. That means out there drilling for oil or interfering with customs, we're not breaking any laws. We were basically we were free. I mean, we weren't really doing anything out there we wouldn't do on land. We don't tend to break laws or anything, but it's just that feeling, kind of the feeling free. Can't describe in words that it was just awesome. And knowing that we were free just for a moment, it was exhilarating, and we have been working every day to get back to that. But so as you may have heard in the international news, the Thai Navy kind of took issue with our house being out there. We won't get into their actual reasons, but they declared that we violated their national sovereignty, and they threatened us with the death penalty should they catch us. So we Thailand. We sailed for 10 days on a sailboat down the Straits of Malacca, down to Singapore. It was long, difficult. They were basically were running from the Navy, and were under threat of death. So it was difficult. But we'll leave the long story for that. Joe Quirk of the Seasteading Institute is working on a book, so the long version for that.
Yeah, on the way to Singapore, it's terrible, seriously terrible. We sailed the boat, run into lightning storm, and I'm very freaked out, like really scary. Even afraid to take a picture for my phone, like, oh, that they're gonna catch me, they're gonna hack me, you know, like everything so annoying. Like even you see the barbecue, what is that? Like, even Chad also have that feeling when he sits at the same place on the boat, like I said. Yeah, it's kind of very adventure and exciting helicopter, and you know what's that called? Jet fry and
jet fighters.
Royal Navy boat from Singapore, gun on the boat, like
it was
just blow your mind up.
A long, difficult adventure, but fortunately we did make it to Singapore. And once we got to Singapore, we immediately flew to Panama. We made it, and we were able to meet these guys from Prague. It was awesome. They were actually the first guys we were willing to leave our seclusion and talk to. So they invited us to their conference, and I really appreciate that. So what the concept of seasteading, if you guys don't know, is it's basically homesteading on the sea. The ocean, the world is covered 70% by water, and so why not use the water real estate instead of worrying about going to Mars or whatever. We're not using the full capacity of the Earth yet, so that's the concept. If you ever thought of, oh, we should just get an island and go move to an island, well, every piece of land all over the world is owned by a government. So if you get on that island, you're under the control of some government. If you go 12 miles out, you don't have territorial laws. If you go 200 miles out, you don't have any. You're not under any nation. So that The concept basically is, the way I like it is you get to experiment with governance, which is what we think, Bitcoin and cryptocurrency and crypto everything, you can experiment with something new that the government's not using. Bitcoin came along and it showed us there's another way for currency. That's what we would like to show, that there's other ways for governance, and that's what we're looking at. So yeah, COVID really gave us all a wake-up call about how much tyranny can take over the whole world, not just your country, but they came at everybody. There was no country that was free once this whole thing came along. So what we need to do is we need seasteading to happen, and we're definitely working to make it happen for everybody. Seasteading right now, we say, is like Bitcoin was 10 years ago. We put the seastead in the water on January 9th of 2019, exactly 10 years after Satoshi mined his first Bitcoins. So where do we go from here? While we're here in Panama, we're not just sitting around enjoying the beautiful weather. We've been working hard. So next slide. So we went from our old octagon house to this upgraded, nicer design. We call it the seastead. Building those right now. We're down here in Panama, setting up the manufacturing facility, setting everything up for building these on the water. The idea being that, at least here in Panama, let's walk before we run. We will get the building process down, manufacturing, bring the prices down, this thing straightened out. We'll be parking them right in the water back here, in the leeward side of an island, and where the water is kind of calm, and it'll give people kind of the first taste of what it is to live on the ocean. So we're going to be recycling and using water and treating our waste. Next slide. Things like shower loop technology. We're using as much future technology in this home as we can. Shower loop technology allows you to reuse the water over and over after it's filtered while you're taking a shower. Next slide. The Nadia, it does a spray on you that conserves the water. So we're definitely trying to get the water usage down. Next slide. And everybody always asks, where does the poop go? So we use a composting toilet. We're trying to make it so it's the exact same experience as in your house. We're looking for like 4 or 5 star living. So we want everything to be perfectly natural, like you'd get in a nice 5-star hotel. Next slide. To do this big project, we largest 3D printer in Latin America. It's 20 feet by 16 feet with 8 feet tall. So we're able to construct our houses basically a lot easier than it would be, and we can do nicer angles and make everything curved. So next slide. We're customizing the whole house. I mean, it's going to be great. You can so you can climb up and go up the top. Next slide. We're going to be using solar panel, the solar power to power it. We can also use natural gas generators, and next slide. And there's we're working with some crypto folks on a decentralized power grid where you just say you're gone a couple days or a week from your house, but your solar panels are still generating electricity. You can share that power with the network in a peer-to-peer fashion. Next slide. We'll be water independent, so we can turn the ocean water into your regular water. I guess that's one of these things that these big world governments are trying to control all the water. With this, you'll have water independence. Yeah, we're trying to make it super high tech. Everything tech related. You'll be able to put your phone down like on the counter, and it can charge it. Next slide. And we have one of the founders of Ethereum working for us on a mesh internet that he's already got working. Connection he can share with everybody else, and if somebody else has a better connection or lower rate, it's all peer-to-peer. You can have a blockchain-based subscription service, and you can pay for it using cryptocurrency. Next slide. And we're going to be setting everything up blockchain-based. Ownership of the homes you can buy in crypto, have it registered on the blockchain that you own it. It'll be a signed contract, cryptographically managed, but you'll be able to take that. Being in Panama, we'll actually have a contract that says, this signed crypto contract, the owner, completely legal with Panama. We've actually met with the Panama government. They are definitely on board. They love the concept, so they've been very welcoming as opposed to Thailand. So we're moving forward in Panama. It's gonna be great. I mean, the location we have here is perfect. People that come out here, they say, if this was any Western country, it'd be 7-star resorts here because it's just so beautiful. It's untouched. And fortunately, because our homes are floating, we're not disturbing any of that beauty, the natural beauty that's around here.
Yeah, welcome to Tong Bay Marina. So we here have the factory open in the Lincoln Bay Marina. Thank you, Alan and Roslyn Vital, that the host at the marina, helping us get everything done and helping us with shipping, with the police quarantine thing, that we can be able to get our work, the factory build up and getting work done. And it's quite beautiful view here. It's very beautiful. It's a calm water. Sometimes you can see the dolphins just come around the what you call the coast there, and it's quite nice. But we might have to work some more about high tech thing. We have to bring technology come to this place to make it more people like it's a good living.
Yeah, it's going great. We have several people that have put in their down payments. You can check out our website at oceanbuilders.com, and you can pre-order on, and you get in line for the sea pod. We'll be putting them right here, and they'll be great for a vacation home, or you can buy it and just rent it out, have it managed by property management. So yeah, they're starting at $195,000. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, This one is on the house. Your financial thing, we also accepted Bitcoin.
So, yep, we definitely take Bitcoin. And so back to the beginning of the year. Next slide. Yeah, everything high tech. We got working with a drone company to deliver your drone. So for COVID, if you're stuck in your house, beautiful weather, you're in your house, you can go scuba diving in your coral garden. You get all your food delivered by a drone service and your garbage picked up, taken off. Next slide. So at the beginning of the year, we began setting up our manufacturing plant. COVID hit and it slowed things down a little bit, but we made sure to kind of power through that and get things going, because we don't want to let that stop us. So next slide. Here's our manufacturing plants. Just 2 days ago, I took that picture. So that's our forms for the house, the ribs, and we just need to cover those with fiberglass. And you can see in the back, there's the center tube of the home. So it's pretty tall, it's very, very big. So it's going to be a very nice home. But in here, we can only build so many. We know, I mean, with the COVID and the reaction to COVID, we have so many people want to come down here. It's crazy, and we need to create that for people. We needed the escape. It's necessary, so we're trying to ramp it up. With our management process, we can maybe do one or two homes a month. So, I mean, in a year, we can help 20 people escape from wherever they are right now. But that's just not enough. We needed to kick things up a little bit. And with COVID, we started brainstorming of how can we help and bring more people down. And so we saw that the price actually really hard. It sucks for them, but for us freedom lovers, it became an opportunity. So next slide.
Yeah. Yep. And then we make it to we buy the cruise ship.
So we bought a cruise ship. Just closing it on it at the end of the month, but it should be here in Panama by December. So we're gonna call it the crypto cruise ship, and it's gonna be named MS Satoshi, and Bitcoin will be accepted for everything on board, the restaurants, the shops, everything. We want, that's why, yeah, we definitely want you guys, the crypto folks. We want you to bring your ideas, bring your businesses. We want this to be a tech incubator hub for everything crypto related. We want entrepreneurs, expats, aquapreneurs, people that want to work on the ocean. So that's so yeah, we want you to come down and get things going. Next slide. Yeah, so our idea here is there's 777 cabins. We want to fill those cabins with great minds, digital nomads. Bring your business. You can have your business on board and just walk from your cabin down the stairs or take the elevator to your office. And yeah, hopefully we just bring some of the talented people like yourselves, and definitely high tech. Our homes, the sea pods, we're making that high tech. We'll try to co-use as much of the technology between the two and make this awesome. It's going to be a 30-minute boat ride from Panama City, so you'll be able to fly your airplane in the international airport, take an Uber to the ferry, and come right out to the ship. 30 minutes. So we definitely are excited about this. It's awesome. Next slide. This is actually the first announcement of the ship. You guys are the first to know. So I just got the website up yesterday, putting our information about the cruise ship. So we're going to be doing registration through October for the cabins, and then November 5th we will begin the auction for 3 weeks on every deck 10 cabin will be auctioned off. So we look forward to having a whole lot of people come, get away from where you are and come enjoy the beautiful life here in Panama. There's one more thing. HCPP website, and the mission for the conference says, "It is up to us to chart new waters, draw the maps, tell the stories, and build the tools that will shape our future for lifetimes to come." What better way to chart the new waters than from the sea? And be sure to check out Bitcoin Girl is Nadia's new website.
So we are trying to collect some questions. So I think there is a first one. Yes.
It's a bit too close to the ground. Oh, don't touch that. So regarding the floating pods near Panama, like, I mean, you said you're talking to the government, but like, I mean, isn't the Panama Canal kind of notorious for cartels running everything through that area? You're not worried about being kind of exposed out in the open beside one of the biggest drug routes in the world with no government protection at all? And like, have you talked to them about this? Or
Yeah.
what kind of?
Well, we live here in Panama. We've lived here the past year, and there's certainly we won't deny that there's drugs nearby, everywhere. But
everywhere you have drug dealer, even in Thailand have drug dealer. Everywhere that who live next to the sea, there have lieutenant.
So the marina where the houses will be placed are, I mean, it's a marina. It has security. We feel super safe there. It's really not as crazy drug dealer as you would think, like in Colombia or anything. But I've never seen anything myself. But I don't do drugs, so I wouldn't know. But no, we feel safe. And with the cruise ship, we'll be extra safe because nobody can get on board that's not supposed to be on board, and watching everything. So it's, yeah, and we're even talking about like drone cameras that if somebody brings their boat up to your house, then the drone pops up and checks them out.
Okay, so we're checking any more questions here? You?
Hi, about those ocean homes you're working on. how do you expect? What will be basically how weatherproof, how durable the construction can be?
We it's going to be. It's actually a. We use the same technology as ships, so it's a sandwich, like a fiberglass, foam fiberglass. So it's very durable. We wanted to make it so durable that it could take a shot from a bullet and you wouldn't even get anything inside. And we're over engineering it all. Did we lose you?
No, it's still on. Yep.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, awesome.
You do?
Oh, you come back.
So the question was answered? The question was in terms of years.
How many years for what?
How many years? How many years it can last? If you have any like prediction, like.
Any boat. We're actually going to be flagging them as a houseboat. So they're going to be, they're completely legal to have in the water. So as long as, the latest catamarans or actually we're going to try to make it so that, the ideal being like 100 years for the house to last. They actually don't build houses these days to last more than 30 years for the mortgage to run out. But we're definitely looking long term.
Yeah, if you have really take good care of the house will be that last long.
Okay, so you need to take care of the house, yeah, to last longer. So that was question.
I just wanted to understand about you said it's inside a marina, but could you explain more? Like it's not in the ocean then.
Did you hear the question?
Right. Like I said, we're going to walk. Yes. We're going to walk before we run. So there's a marina. There's going to be right past the anchorage in a little cove off an island, which is well protected. Highest waves are like 0.5 meter. So it's you'll just be able to take your dinghy out from the marina, go back to the marina for have a nice dinner at their restaurant. It's yeah. So we are starting near shore. We call these the shallow water version because we're starting close to shore just to get people used to the idea of house out on the water. People see our prototypes. We have a couple of prototypes in the water, and they don't understand how it's sitting in the water so steady and safe. So we have to explain that it's super futuristic rocket technology that you can't understand. But we're trying to get people used to the concept of these houses in the water.
Okay. Any more question? So maybe you were kind of answering to the question I have on my mind because I was just all the time thinking of what's the capacity like of the capsule or the house and how the socializing works. But maybe with this marina concept, you're starting to answer to this my question because like I need to socialize. That's why I was on this congress.
Right. Well, there's the area we chose for the first area will be hopefully about 30 homes. Yeah, the right now it has, I'd say, about 40 boats. So I mean, it's not too much different from the boats that are anchored already. So any questions you have of where you get water, where do you get food, where you get everything, I mean, those boats are already dealing with that right now. So it's all pretty straightforward. People are already living it, so we're not doing anything super difficult as far as living goes. It's just a new process of manufacturing. We gotta get those down, and then hopefully we'll have these homes all over the world.
More technology, more stable. So compared to when you take the sailboat outside in the open ocean, and they're always gonna be like this when the wave coming. But our home is gonna stay like always like this. It's more stable. So you can feel the difference between the houseboat when parked on the open ocean and the sailboat when you park on the open ocean. It's very different.
Yeah.
You can feel.
So you basically answer my next question, because besides socializing was my next question, seasickness, but you exactly was answering this. So maybe I would like to ask about the cruise ship, because it was not clear for me. So it means that what you offer is kind of the ownerships of the cabins, and does it work on some kind of timeshare system, or just like one ownership per cabin? Like,
you can buy the cabin outright. You will have a property management service if you want to use that, either to rent it to people long term or for tourists. So a cruise ship is like a little village. So we want this to be like a petri dish of crypto folk have so many ideas of how you can run things with crypto, but there's never been like a Bitcoin city or a crypto city that you can try out, having everything built. And if there's gonna be a lot of new experiments going on. So I hope you enjoy technology enough to be able to put up. It's not gonna be, we're not targeting the 80-year-old retiree that just wants to have a simple life, because they're gonna have this newfangled computers in their hands or whatever all the time. Like, oh, what's this button do? So it's gonna be constantly evolving, and be something you can try out your own crypto systems on board. And I hope we become like the place to try everything out.
Yeah, it's like you walk into the mall, you have everything inside, eat the food, take picture, and show off. Like, I can go over there shopping. I can do my hair, my laundry, my everything that you need to do there, all the business that we need to get into the boat. And we are looking forward to people to open the business. You can also buy the room, rent it out, or you can sell it later when you don't need it, and you can live there working with us.
Yeah, we want to get the cabins cheap enough, and that's why we waited for the prices to come down on cruise ships before we're willing to do that, because we want it to be cheap enough where somebody can throw down a couple Bitcoin and say, okay, I'm just gonna move to Panama and get rid of all my junk at home and start a new life.
okay, so we have one more question here, maybe the last one.
Hi. So for the cruise, who is going to make like the rules or the laws inside the cruise, since there is no government? And will you have like a contract that people sign agreeing with the laws, and how is it going to be?
Right. Yeah, definitely. And that's one of those things that I think governance is something we can evolve. This is more like a condo association. So, I mean, you're still under any extreme thing like murder or anything. You're under Panama law. So, if there's a serious crime, we can go to Panama. Panama is very flexible. Their residency program, we're actually selling with each room an extra $5,000. You can get your residency in Panama. So, and in 5 years, you can get a second citizenship. So as far as we'll contract, of course, and we hope that the residents will be able to do their own voting and kind of leave it to them to evolve the governance of the thing as they see fit. But, yeah, fortunately, the nice thing about being on the cruise ship or being on a boat at all is once you step off land, things get a bit more flexible as far as legality goes. So a lot of stuff that like labor law and stuff like that that's enforced in on land, they have different labor laws, more flexible on the ship. So it'll be a lot better out on the water than it is just going 30 minutes to the city.
And how cool is gonna shower, not take shower.
Yeah, no masks required. You can go talk to people without a mask in front of your face.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Shipbuilding experience. Our engineer that basically designed all this stuff. He's an aeronautical engineer. He's done I don't know how many years of that type of work for various companies, but that's and we've got fiberglass guys that are from South Africa that they know what they're doing. They're pretty well set up. The cost of property management and for to and from will be monthly fees to pay for things like running the ship and security and stuff like that. That's something. There's some governance structure that people can vote and control all that themselves. And yeah, I guess we're running over, but
yes, I think that maybe
yeah,
that was
we're really excited. We just
super. So thank you.
Super excited about this. So,
Yes.
yep, thank you.
Yes, I think maybe.
Thank you so much. I wish I had.
Yes, thank you. We also want to say hello or to the animals which are around you because they were all the time present. I think it was a parrot, maybe. Yes, and also some dogs. So, guys, thank you for sharing with us this concept of yours. So, thank you for all your answers. And so this was it from us. And definitely, I already saw that you shared in the chat some links. So feel free to use chat, to maybe share more info if you have something already launched. So thank you for joining us and have a nice cruise. Bye, guys.
All right, thanks. Hope to see you guys soon.
So if any question, you guys can look up at Ocean Builder.
Oceanbuilders.com.
Yeah, any question, and thank you very much. สวัสดีค่ะ
Cheers.